Fish are a diverse group of aquatic animals that inhabit a wide variety of ecosystems, including rivers, lakes, ponds, seas, and oceans. They are among the most ancient creatures on Earth, having evolved over 500 million years ago. Fish play a crucial role in the world's ecosystems, as they help maintain the balance of aquatic environments. There are over 30,000 species of fish, and they vary tremendously in terms of size, shape, color, and behavior. In this extensive description, we'll explore the different types of fish, their anatomy, their habitats, their evolutionary significance, their ecological importance, and their relationship with humans. Types of fish. Fish can be classified into three main groups based on their structural and evolutionary characteristics: jawless fish, agnatha, cartilaginous fish, chondrichthyes, and bony fish, osteichthyes. Number 1. Jawless fish, agnatha. Jawless fish are the most primitive form of fish and include species like lampreys and hagfish. These fish lack jaws, scales, and paired fins. Instead, they have circular mouths equipped with rows of teeth that are used to attach themselves to other fish or dead organisms to feed. Lampreys are known to be parasitic, while hagfish are scavengers, feeding on dead or decaying matter at the bottom of the ocean. Despite their simplicity, jawless fish are well adapted to their environments. Number 2. Cartilaginous fish, chondrichthyes. Cartilaginous fish have skeletons made of cartilage instead of bone. This group includes sharks, rays, and skates. Sharks are some of the most well-known fish and are apex predators in many marine ecosystems. Their sleek bodies, sharp teeth, and excellent senses make them efficient hunters. Rays and skates, on the other hand, are bottom-dwelling fish that often have flattened bodies adapted to life on the seafloor. Cartilaginous fish are generally found in marine environments, though some species can tolerate freshwater. Number 3. Bony fish, osteichthyes. The majority of fish species belong to this group, making it the largest and most diverse class of vertebrates. Bony fish have skeletons made of bone, and they exhibit a wide range of adaptations that allow them to thrive in nearly every aquatic habitat. This group includes familiar species such as salmon, trout, clownfish, catfish, and tuna. Bony fish are divided into two subclasses: ray-finned fish, Actinopterygii, and lobe-finned fish, Sarcopterygii. The ray-finned fish are by far the most abundant, with fins supported by bony spines or rays. Lobe-finned fish, such as coelacanth and lungfish, have fleshy, lobed fins that Fish anatomy. Fish have evolved a variety of physical traits that help them survive in aquatic environments. The anatomy of a fish can vary depending on its habitat and lifestyle, but there are several key characteristics common to most fish. Body shape. The body shape of a fish is an important adaptation that influences its swimming ability, feeding habits, and habitat. Fish that are built for fast swimming, such as tuna or mackerel, have streamlined, torpedo-shaped bodies that reduce drag in the water. In contrast, bottom-dwelling fish like flounders or rays tend to have flattened bodies that allow them to blend in with the seafloor. Fish that live in more structured environments, such as coral reefs, may have laterally compressed bodies that enable them to maneuver easily through tight spaces. Fins. Fish fins are used for propulsion, steering, and balance in the water. Most fish have paired pectoral and pelvic fins, along with a dorsal fin, anal fin, and caudal, tail, fin. The caudal fin, in particular, is the primary means of locomotion for many fish. The shape of the tail fin varies between species, with forked tails being common in fast-swimming, open-water fish and rounded tails often seen in slower-moving, benthic species. Scales. Most fish have scales that cover their bodies and serve as protection against predators, parasites, and physical damage. Fish scales come in different forms, including ctenoid scales, which are rough and spiny, and cycloid scales, which are smooth and rounded. Some fish, such as catfish or sharks, lack traditional scales and instead have other forms of body armor, such as denticles in sharks. Gills. One of the most important adaptations of fish is their ability to extract oxygen from water through gills. Gills are specialized organs located on either side of a fish's head, and they allow the fish to take in oxygen from the water and expel carbon dioxide. The efficiency of this respiratory system allows fish to survive in environments where oxygen levels may be relatively low compared to the air. Swim bladder. Many bony fish possess a swim bladder, a gas-filled organ that helps them control their buoyancy. By adjusting the amount of gas in the swim bladder, a fish can move up or down in the water column without having to use much energy. Cartilaginous fish, such as sharks, do not have swim bladders and must rely on their constant movement and oil-filled livers to maintain buoyancy. Sensory organs. Fish have highly developed sensory systems that help them navigate their environments, find food, and avoid predators. The lateral line system is a unique sensory organ that detects vibrations and changes in water pressure, allowing fish to sense the movements of other creatures around them. Fish also have excellent vision, with some species being able to see ultraviolet light. Additionally, many fish, particularly sharks, possess an acute sense of smell, which they use to detect prey from great distances. Fish habitats. Fish are found in nearly every aquatic environment on Earth, from the deepest oceans to high-altitude lakes. Each species of fish is adapted to its particular habitat, and fish can be categorized based on where they live. Freshwater fish. Freshwater fish inhabit rivers, lakes, streams, and ponds, where the salinity of the water is low. These fish have specialized adaptations that allow them to regulate the amount of water and salt in their bodies. Examples of freshwater fish include trout, bass, carp, and catfish. Some species of freshwater fish, like salmon and eel, are anadromous, meaning they migrate between freshwater and saltwater at different stages of their life cycle. Saltwater fish. Saltwater fish live in the oceans and seas, where the water is high in salinity. They have different physiological adaptations compared to freshwater fish to cope with the salt content of their environment. Saltwater fish are incredibly diverse, ranging from small, colorful reef fish to large, open-water species like marlin and tuna. Some saltwater fish, like clownfish, form symbiotic relationships with other marine organisms, such as sea anemones. Brackish water fish. Brackish water environments, such as estuaries and mangrove swamps, have a mixture of fresh and saltwater. Fish that live in these areas must be able to tolerate fluctuations in salinity. Examples of brackish water fish include mullet, snook, and some species of cichlids. Deep-sea fish. The deep sea is one of the most extreme environments on Earth, characterized by complete darkness, high pressure, and cold temperatures. Fish that live in these depths have evolved remarkable adaptations, such as bioluminescence, the ability to produce light, and enlarged eyes to detect the faintest light. Some deep-sea fish, like anglerfish, use bioluminescent lures to attract prey, while others, like gulper eels, have large mouths to catch any available food. Evolutionary significance of fish. Fish are the most ancient vertebrates, and they have played a key role in the evolutionary history of life on Earth. Fossil evidence shows that fish first appeared over 500 million years ago, during the Cambrian period. The early fish were jawless, armored creatures, which eventually gave rise to more advanced groups, including the jawed fish. One of the most significant evolutionary events in the history of fish was the development of jaws, which allowed fish to become more efficient predators. This innovation led to an explosion of diversity among fish, as they began to occupy new ecological niches. Over time, some fish evolved to become land-dwelling tetrapods, the ancestors of amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. Ecological importance of fish. Fish are integral to the health of aquatic ecosystems. As both predators and prey, they help regulate the populations of other organisms in the food web. For example, predatory fish like sharks control the populations of smaller fish and invertebrates, preventing any one species from becoming too dominant. Fish also contribute to the nutrient cycle in aquatic environments. Their waste products provide nutrients that support the growth of phytoplankton, which in turn support the entire food chain. In addition, fish play a role in the physical structure of their habitats. Species like coral reef fish help maintain the health of coral reefs by grazing on algae that would otherwise overgrow and smother the coral. If you liked my video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.